Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bloody Red Table Talk. Today, we'll be discussing everything scary media, so stick around and find out more. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of Bloody Red Table Talk. I am your co-host, Terrell, and with me is my other co-host, Broadus. And also, we have our very special guest today. Introduce yourself, special guest.
Hello, I'm Louisa Davis. I'm excited to be here.
Yes. So we kind of new in terms of everything in this podcast is type of setup, I guess we can call it that.
Everything about it. Really.
Yeah. So pretty much, we're gonna be just discussing more things in terms of horror based. We do the pit where we discuss conspiracy theories, but in this show we talk about scary media, recent scary movies that have come out, or horror trailers and things like that. But we're first gonna let me open my notebook. This is my important notebook, y'all. I got all my notes and everything in here, so let me know what to do. All right.
I don't really have a notebook.
Yeah, Broadus doesn't have a notebook.
Everything.
You want to move the mic in between y'all a little bit more? Or no? All right, perfect. Broadus doesn't have a notebook. So we're first actually going to get started with a icebreaker. We're going to have two icebreaker questions to kind of get us at ease in terms of the podcast and make us get at ease with each other. We're all friends, so it'll be cool. All right, so the first question I'm going to ask is, what is the last song that you played?
What was the last song that I played?
Probably something by BTS, honestly.
So this BTS all for you? I'm trying to think for me, because we were in the car together when you played your last song, but I can't remember what it was. What was the last song that you played by yourself?
By myself?
Like when you were by yourself. And you said something BTS.
Yeah, something
all
BTS.
Right.
Probably Butter, I don't know.
Well, if we're being technical, when you got in the car, Quicksand was playing.
Quicksand?
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to think for me. Wow, this is my own question. I don't know what day it is. I think I was listening to Regina Bell, whatever Regina Bell song. She's an older singer. Yeah, I think that was the song. And I'm gonna pull up the other question now, actually, because I didn't have it ready. I'm a bit irresponsible for our first episode. Pay that no mind.
You know what?
In the meantime, enjoy Broadest dance break as I'm pulling up the question. And Louisa holding her weapon.
I shouldn't be trusted with this, but
Ow. All right.
Just don't hurt yourself.
Now, the second icebreaker is going to be, what is your favorite strange food combinations? Do you have any strange food combinations that you like that people may be like, this is a bit too much for me?
French fries and blue cheese.
Interesting.
No, I'm not accepting that. I'm sorry. French fries and blue cheese.
It's delicious.
I can see French fries and ranch, but I don't even like blue cheese. I don't think I've ever eaten like anything with blue cheese.
The thing is, it went along with the question. And it happens to be a great combination that I like. So,
this is what the podcast is really about now.
Yeah, this weird food combinations.
So that could be somebody's horror trope. That should be a movie.
Yeah.
About
weird food
blue cheese.
combinations.
Oh, I thought you was talking about blue cheese with fried French.
That could be the whole.
That's the start of the movie.
That's the whole premise. Somebody has
the horror.
It's the French fry mask.
Yes.
And the guy's running around with blue
That would be
cheese.
a terrible idea. It'd be sponsored by McDonald's though. But Louisa, do you have any weird food combinations?
I mean, when I was
This keeps getting in my eye.
When I was in middle school, I don't know what got me started doing this, and I haven't done this since middle school. I would literally for lunch, dunk my cheese sticks in my applesauce and eat it that way. It actually is really good. It's a strange.
Your cheese stick and your apple.
It's a good combination. I don't know how I started doing that. I just.
Are we
12-year-old me was something.
Are we talking a regular cheese stick or the mozzarella sticks?
No, the regular ones. I would dip it in the applesauce.
I mean, it's still
nasty either way. Mozzarella, it's still.
It was interesting. It worked. It worked.
I don't think I've ever had a strange food combination, but when I used to do when I was really little, and people even still say wow, and I do it sometimes, but I don't do it as extremely as I did when I was little. But I used to drink ketchup from the bottle.
You was a sick son of a
But
bitch.
from the whole. And I could drink like a whole ketchup bottle like by itself.
Sick son of a bitch.
And I used to like get ketchup packets from restaurants. I don't know what was wrong with me. I used to love ketchup.
You know what? Forget water. Forget soda. Just ketchup.
I just want ketchup.
Forget the cheese sticks and the applesauce.
But did you watch iCarly?
I did watch
episode
iCarly.
of Spencer when he had his magic meatball and I told him to drink ketchup.
I can see him now.
Except I didn't have a magic meatball. I just did it willingly.
I can see you now at McDonald's. What you want to get, Terrell? What you want to drink? Ketchup.
No, I'm not doing all that. All right, listen. But I did used to get fries because I never really liked ketchup with my fries. So I would get ketchup packaged though just to suck on them.
Okay. You know?
Is that weird? Is that weird? I mean, you're just doing this when I feel like it's weird.
Hey,
it's just...
You could have a ketchup problem or an alcohol problem. You know, it could.
It's just the fact that once you said it, your face was just like, yeah.
Because I didn't realize when I was younger how weird it was, but every time I would tell people, they would have the same reaction that both of you were having. So I just was like, I feel like it's a bit weird.
Yeah, maybe this counts. I don't know.
All right, but that is it for the icebreakers. So we're going to get right into our first segment for this little podcast. By the way, in future episodes, we will make sure to be on a platform where you guys can hear us in real time. And also we'll have it recorded and posted on YouTube. But for the first episode, this is exclusively for YouTube. And Louisa is definitely going to be on more episodes coming soon. Louisa is going back to college.
I'm going back to college.
How are you feeling about that? Tell the viewers how you feeling about your last year, your senior year.
I think this describes how I'm feeling. More of like, it's my senior year. This can't be real, and also like I need to be done. No, I'm ready and nervous, but you know, I'm excited.
That's good. I mean, look, you did way better than me. I didn't even finish.
You
I
stuck
just
it
dropped
through.
out.
I don't know how.
I think I took it feel like I took a 2-year break. I technically did, if we're being technical.
Yeah, you did. Because you were out before everything happened.
Yeah.
Because you were coming out of class. He was just coming out. Broadus wasn't, and I'm sorry, we're getting off topic. Broadus wasn't in college, but he would come up to school on the campus, and he would know our teachers. He would just come and sit in our class and be like, I'm bored.
Yeah. I had nothing to do today.
I love it.
I wasn't working today, so I got education.
Yeah, for free.
I technically got class for free.
Yeah,
there
but
you
you
go.
went to class willingly for free.
Yeah.
I
I didn't get graded. I didn't have to worry about turning in any assignments, but I learned a lot.
You know what? Life hack right there.
Yeah, life hack. Just hijack other people's classrooms.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, we gonna get into the first question of the episode, and I know it seemed like a lot of questions, but we really trying to just ease into the episode. So the first question we're gonna start off with: what is your favorite scary movie and why? I can start it off if you want. You all don't mind me starting it off. I think Broadus knows this about me. Louisa, you may not, but my favorite is Halloween. Like it's just a classic. For me, you cannot. I'm not gonna say you can't beat it because I think there are better films than Halloween in terms of scary, but I think it sets such the bar for so many, like the slasher genre. It was really the first one that really captivated audiences in the way it did, and Michael Myers set the bar for villains in terms of killers in the movies because we really didn't see. There were movies and Alfred Hitchcock. I'm saying his name wrong.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, Hitchcock movies, and there were villains in movies, but they weren't to the extent of a serial killer is just stalking you and trying to kill you for the precise reason. And Suri is cutting off for that some reason. I'm sorry.
My bad. Wasn't Psycho?
Psycho was. It was
the first one.
It was. It might have been the first one, but I think Psycho might have been the first slasher. I'm not sure. I think so. I haven't seen Psycho in some time though, so I can't remember much
about it. I
remember
the score, like.
Yeah, the woman in the shower. Yeah,
that whole thing is.
That was actually Jamie Lee's mom, who is Laurie in Halloween. That was her mom in that movie.
Didn't that traumatize her mother?
I'm not sure.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But Halloween was my favorite. So many reasons, but I think just the two main characters, Laurie and Michael, really set the tone in terms of the dynamic between the final girl and the the killer, and I think Lori might have been like the first final girl actually, or like the first one to be considered. I'm saying the first a lot because I may not know more movies, so I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but from what I do know, they definitely set the standard in terms of slasher movies. In years to come after that, we saw more movies like Freddy, Jason, even the doll Chucky killing people. Scream is another one of my favorites. Who I can go into a whole video talking about that, but I won't. But what about you? Yeah, one day. What about you, Louisa? I'm sorry, it took like 5 minutes for me to answer that question.
No, you're good. No, you're good. Oh gosh. Oh man. So I might be a little biased, but one of my favorite horror movies is Truth or Dare, the one that was filmed in 2017, because some scenes were filmed on my school's campus.
Okay, school campus. You got representing your school. Tell them what school.
The Netflix.
The Netflix one, yeah.
Okay.
Birmingham Southern College.
Yeah, we're not talking about the no shade to Lucy Hale when we ain't talking about that.
That one was a little too much.
That's
The faces gave me nightmares.
Not that one. That's the one we were talking about.
That's the second one, right? The newer one.
It's like two, but I think it's made by like two completely different companies and productions and everything.
The one that you're talking about is when. Spoiler alert, if you plan on seeing it, I don't give a fuck.
Well, it's already too late. He don't care.
Stop now and go watch it.
So, the scene, this is the one with the scene where he put his hand on the stove, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see it. That had one of the cruddiest endings I've ever seen.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it.
It's crazy.
But I don't care.
But yeah, but tell them about your tell them about why you enjoyed that. Other than like you said, well, you gotta represent for your school, so I know that's a big reason.
I should have worn my BSC shirt. That's what I was thinking, but oh well. Anyways, but like also kind of like that was also one of the first movies I watched with my roommate at the time, so we kind of bonded over that. And we're like, this takes place on our school. We should watch it. Why not? But also just like I don't know, something about I feel like movie industries that are like not well known, they seem to kind of keep it more real. I feel like when it comes to this stuff. And it just kind of, I don't know, like the whole horror aspect of it felt more real than like the other one. The other one, I was like, okay, this is silly.
Yeah.
And
that's why I can definitely agree with you on that. That's why I think I like Halloween so much. Just because when it was like first filmed, the budget wasn't big at all. I think it was like, it had to be like what, 20,000 or something.
Yeah.
It was like some ridiculously low budget.
Yeah.
Where they really didn't have like all the money that these big Hollywood productions have. So it was like nice to see that. I get what you're saying, where it's nice to see more as like the creative ideas are the forefront instead of the CGI.
I feel like they're more focused on like the cool effects and everything.
Yeah.
And it's like you're losing kind of the whole point. I feel like.
Definitely.
And I also love Carrie. I'm a big Stephen King fan.
I love Carrie.
I love Carrie very much,
amazing.
and so like.
I mean, I think she was justified to do what she had to do.
You know
they
what?
were assholes.
They had it coming.
They were
had it
assholes.
coming. I feel you, sis. They had it coming. Listen.
I would have did it.
Yeah. But what did you think, brothers? What is your favorite scary movie?
Man, you already know.
I feel like I know.
The original Friday the 13th. Not when Jason, was killing people, but his mother.
His mother. I didn't even mention his mother. His mother was the OG.
His mother was the OG.
She gotta pass the family legacy.
Exactly. And the idea of, usually during that time it was a male figure, like who was going around hawking people up. No, it was an old lady. And she was cutting off head. They cut her head off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if you haven't seen the original,
Look, it's been over 40 years.
Exactly.
You ain't got no excuse. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
At this point, listen.
But that set the tone, because if I'm right, I don't know, because Michael Myers isn't supernatural,
Yeah, no.
He because Jason was dead.
Yeah.
That set the tone for the supernatural slasher. Slashers before that, you could put them down with a bullet unless your name Michael Myers. Let's talk about that too.
That's how I was just about to say. I ain't want to interrupt you, but I don't understand how he gets shot like 20 times and he still get up without a limp. It's just like, okay.
The newest, well, not the newest, but the Halloween that came out in 2018, I really liked how they did that.
I was on the fence. I had my issues with it. I don't like how, I guess we can discuss this as well. There's a new one coming out this year as well.
Right. That's right.
I saw the trailer. I was, it's okay. I don't like how the way they depict Lori in a way, because they make it seem like she's. One minute they make it seem like she's like so afraid of Michael and she's preparing for all these years when Michael comes back and this and that, but yet on the contrast, it also shows her like being a badass and like hitting the gun, like shooting the gun and hitting the target like perfectly and things. So it was very weird how they portrayed Lori, and then the whole storyline about her daughter and the Halloween rose. It's kind of all over the place because she had a son at one point.
This new one, like what's that called? It was a reboot, of course. But I had the word.
What are you saying?
They omitted everything between the first two, right? The first two and this recent one.
Oh yes, they are connected. Yeah, no,
was it just the first one and this one? I
think the first one and this one.
Because they they reset the timeline.
Yeah, it's different timelines within the Halloween world.
So basically, everything between one and the 2018 one doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. So, because at one point that was her brother, right?
Yeah, it was. They tried to make it a whole thing where it was her brother, but I didn't like it because I felt like it was a good mystery aspect on why he chose Lori in particular. Like it was always the mystery why Lori, and to make him her brother, it just was like, oh, okay.
They mentioned that in the newest one. They was like, yeah, you heard the rumor that it's her brother. They said that's dumb.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Did y'all see the the dog is barking, by the way. If y'all hear the dog in the back.
That's our mascot.
The black little kid in the new one, the babysitter, you remember he was like, oh no. I mean, he the MVP for the day, and we got MVPs for the day because he was. I'm not with none of that. Like
just
I'm
play
not
a highlight clip of him running.
We gotta play that because he was just like nah. All right, but right now we're gonna take a quick break to kind of refresh over things. In the meantime, y'all gonna hear about some promotions and our own little channels, our own little commercials that we have for this channel. It's only through the edit, so we gonna come back and y'all gonna see us discussing more. So see you after the break. Hello, everybody. My name is Terrell,
and my name is Brothers,
and we are the Mystery Brothers.
The Mystery Brothers is a new horror-based YouTube channel that will consist of unsolved mysteries, conspiracy theories, and scary stories.
The Mystery Brothers YouTube channel will consist of 2 shows. The first show is called The Pit, where we'll have special guests each week discussing unsolved mysteries. The second show is also titled Bloody Red Table Talk, where we'll also have special guests discussing everything scary. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Bloody Red Table Talk. All right, so before the commercial break, we were talking about our favorite scary movies and why, but we're going to move into the second segment, which is movie discussion. Now, in this segment, we're going to discuss a movie, a popular horror movie. It can be from any decade, any time period. We're going to discuss the movie and our thoughts on the movie, and some things we may like and some things we may not have liked. Some things we want to change, some things we don't want to change. So in today's episode, we're going to be discussing the Netflix original, the R.L. Stine, the horror guy himself, and the Fear Street Trilogy. What do you call him, the king of horror? I don't know. I feel like Stephen King might have got that.
I'd say that he's up there.
I think he's like the prince.
He's
like
the
a
knight,
king and a prince.
He's the knight in China.
Yeah. I mean, I do give it to R.L. Stine though, because Goosebumps used to be one of my favorite. Like I was a diehard Goosebumps fan, and like that mask episode still scares me. Like that mask episode on Goosebumps, I still like. That's the one that still hits different. Like even to this day, like it's just.
Real talk, I had a nightmare when I was little about monster blood because of Goosebumps. I still remember that nightmare.
It was the one with the cat for me, where the cat was mutated, and then it was just.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I can't think of the name of the episode. We can talk a little bit about Goosebumps too, but first we're gonna get into the Fear Street Trilogy. So, what did y'all think? I know Louisa didn't watch the Fear Street. By the way, Louisa did not watch the Fear Street, but Louisa got
I've
caught
seen
up
some bits and
on
pieces
like a
here,
recap.
Yes.
And Broadus has acclaimed his love for Fear Street several times to me, so I know he has a lot to say. So I'll let Broadus start off with how he feel about Fear Street. I guess
Okay.
I don't know if we want to go and like as a whole, and we can kind of. I guess we can like piggyback off of each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that. Yeah.
Piggyback, you know, make natural conversation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fear Street,
Great start.
a great trilogy. I would arguably say that it's not. I would say it's more of a thriller than horror. One, because
Yeah.
I didn't find myself like.
I wasn't scared.
Yeah, exactly. So like, it's like.
I was creeped out with the witches though because
Oh, you just don't want to mess with them in general.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I've always. This is only from personal experience. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I had. I remember when I was in middle school and we learned about like the Salem witch trials, and it never like I never understood why they were just like burning people. Like even if you weren't a witch, someone could just call you a witch and like you
And
get
that
like
was it,
killed.
yeah.
So that whole aspect was like it was kind of taking me back to a place. So I was like I don't like how this feel.
Right,
But I'm sorry.
right.
Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. Damn.
You lost your train of thought.
A little
You were
bit.
talking
You
about
said it's
the
a
witch.
thriller. Not
Yeah,
horror.
thriller.
Oh yeah, it's more so of a thriller and not a horror. I didn't find myself being scared watching it. I just was like, damn, who about to die next? So the way that they executed it, because originally Fear Street was for children, but the children at that time has grown up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so now the directors and producers are like, okay, we want to do this movie, but we're going to do it justice. People are dying. We're going to show it.
Yeah.
You know, instead of showing, you know, like,
No more PG stuff.
Yeah.
we-
I would have hated
Yeah.
it if it was PG.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
man.
like PG-13. It's
Yeah.
like they can't really. They have to pull their punches.
Yeah.
You might get away with one gory scene if it's PG-13, but not multiple.
Like there was a I don't know if y'all remember the R.L. Stein show. What was it called? Like it was a
The
spin-off.
Haunting Hour.
Yeah, the Haunting Hour.
Yeah.
It was the Haunting Hour. I enjoyed that show, but I never enjoyed it as much as Goosebumps because I felt like
Yeah.
Goosebumps didn't hold back. I felt like that show it was so much restriction on like what can happen and this and that, and Goosebumps just was like. So I would have been upset being a fan of R.L. Stein just for them to be like, we're not gonna show blood and
This is for children.
Right,
It's
like-
actually Sesame's gonna show it. Sesame Street's gonna show it.
For example, the new Goosebumps, the two Goosebumps movies,
Oh
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
they were fun to watch.
Yeah.
But if you go into this movie thinking, yo, I'm about to see my classics, I'm about to be excited, people about to die. No, it's a lighthearted kids movie.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah,
No.
it wasn't scary at all. But once
No.
they announced Jack Black was part of the cast, I
I was
kind
like,
of
oh,
knew
this is
like,
not. This.
yeah.
Love
killed
Jack
it, it's
Black.
like-
Yeah, he
Love
did good though.
him.
I haven't seen the first one. I mean, I haven't seen the second one, but I did see the first one and I enjoyed
He
it.
wasn't really in the second
No,
Yeah.
not really. He was just like kind of there. He
Oh.
was.
one. Yeah, he was slappy, of course.
Oh yeah,
But,
he just was a voice. He wasn't physically
yeah,
there.
when he
Oh.
popped up, it was just like, there's
Oh.
no need for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So with this, they executed it well.
Mhm.
I wasn't expecting it. When I first watched it, it popped up on Netflix. It was like Fear Street. Man, some bullshit. And so, I went over it. I was like, this shit for kids. And then the second one dropped. I was like, damn, they dropped the second one that fast. I'm like, okay, well, hey, you definitely bullshit now. Third one dropped. I said, yo, this shit crazy. And so I went to my uncle's house, went upstairs. My little cousin was watching it. And the first scene is a girl getting stabbed up. I said, what the hell is this?
Say the kids film no more.
Yeah. My cousin was like, it's Fear Street. I said, no, take it back to the beginning.
We gonna watch
We
it.
about to watch
We're
this.
watching this.
And me,
Was that 78? By the way, did you watch?
yeah, the first one,
Yeah.
yeah. It was me, my little cousin Nevaeh, and my cousin Jalen. I called him upstairs. I said, Jalen, come up here. And we showed him that scene again. And he was like, damn, he hopped that ass up. He's like, all right, hold on, I'm about to go get some food real quick. And then we restarted it again. And then we watched all three of them straight through.
Uh,
And I go to sleep early, but
Yeah.
I ain't
you
gonna see that.
So from what you've seen, Louisa, what did you think of the whole trilogy? And you can kind of piggyback off what some of the things Brian may have said as well.
Well, yeah, just like from what I've seen, when you all were like, "Oh yeah, it was inspired by R.L. Stein," I looked at it, I was like, "No, it's not." And then, no, it's not. What? No, he must have hit his head or something. But and then like I watched like each of their trailers, and then I watched the one that you just showed me, and so. Like, listen, I love the witchy stuff. I'm all for it. I love that stuff. And so when I saw that this saw like anything witchy related, I was like, yeah, listen, I need it. I already was like, I need to watch this when I get the chance. And now technically, now that I'm done with my summer class, technically I could watch it if I wanted to. But I was like, first of all, I need to watch this. As soon as witches was mentioned, I was like, yeah, I need to watch that. But like, yeah, it's because like I grew up on watching Goosebumps stuff, so I was like, okay, cool, Goosebumps, cool. And like I agree with you, like the haunting hour, because I was like, this isn't horror anymore. This is like you're like trying to build it, and then you're taking the suspense away. You're taking the horror away. It's like nothing.
What was that other one? It was a movie with Emily Osment.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Don't think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly.
That one was okay. That one was okay.
That actually scared me as a kid. Cause I keep thinking about it.
I didn't like actually. I haven't seen that. When I seen the one with Madison Pettis. And the Luke guy from Disney Channel, and he was like the magician. The little kid was like the magician, and it was like Arwen from Sweet Life, the monster.
Yeah.
That used to like kind of creep me out when I was young.
And there was another one that its title was escaping me, and like that one was okay.
It was one with Duff Cameron too.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I can't think of. It's like a carnival or something.
Yeah,
it was fun.
It had to do with like a festival type thing.
It was fine.
Carnival. I don't know.
You know why I said it through our mind? Because as you know, when we were young, we were like, yeah, that's actually pretty decent. But if we go back and watch it now, we're like, yo, what the?
Yeah, it's trash. It's trash.
I rewatched the one with Emily Osment like a couple months ago, and I was like, listen, it didn't scare me as much now, but it still kept me up at night.
I rewatched mostly Ghostly during like the panoramic. I'm not gonna say the word because you know YouTube flags people who say the word. But during the panoramic, I watched mostly Ghostly, the one with Arwen. And I'm like, I was scared of this. This guy with fake vampire teeth.
They're not even real.
But I guess I can kind of piggyback off of that. Fear Street, it was incredible. It was nice to see that something from our childhood was done in justice for us. I think we have a lot of reboots happening in today's time, and a lot of them are not good. To simply put it, or they not as good as the original. But this felt so fresh to me. This felt like the R.L. Stein that I grew up with. It was truly incredible. 78 was my favorite, just because I feel like 78 they really did not hold back. Like the killer, it was points in the movie I was like, I ain't gonna let him kill this kid. He was slashing them kids up, and he was like on to the next. I was like,
he did not hesitate.
Right, it was just like that.
And the boy was like, Tommy? I was like, dang, yo.
You gone. You shouldn't have said that. You should have. As soon as you see somebody with an axe, don't ask no questions. Just run.
Listen, I was in a show about axe murder. You run away from that.
Like, don't ask no questions about no axe.
You run.
But since we're in the topic of R.L. Stein, I guess we can kind of dive into Goosebumps too, and that topic. Again, we still setting up the podcast and everything, so things might be different every week. But for this week, we're gonna kind of move along with the story with that.
First things first. We talking about Goosebumps, right? I made a Facebook post.
Oh yes.
I need a Goosebumps reboot.
R.L. Stein.
Exactly.
Netflix.
Where you at?
Make your pitch right now to R.L. Stein.
Yes,
What would you say to R.L. Stein? R.L. Stein is watching this right now.
R.L. Stein, Netflix, HBO, it don't matter who listening. Let me tell you something. Reboot Goosebumps. Each season is a book, right? You don't do Night of the Living Dummy first. That has to be like the 5th season.
That has to be like the finale or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like, and when you do it, give it the Fear Street treatment, and people gotta be getting hawked up by this monster throughout the whole season, or whatever it is. The blob that ate everything has potential to be one of the scariest seasons.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's beating the mask. Mask. I'm sorry.
The mask would be
Okay,
good
The
too.
Mask.
And they gotta get Carly Rae, the girl who played Carly. They gotta get her. I want the original actress. I don't care
Yes.
if she ain't acting no more or nothing.
What about would Monster Blood be good? Like I feel like
Monster
would be
Blood.
good.
Yeah.
They could literally do every
Probably every single
book
one
if
of
they
them.
wanted to.
I think they can make like kind of like how American Horror Story is set up.
And
I think they can do like
Yeah.
an anthology series with like same actors or like actors switching out each season. I think that would be dope.
That would
Exactly.
be,
And they would maybe tell stories that because I remember growing up and like reading Goosebumps books. There are so many Goosebumps books that weren't covered
At all.
within
Oh,
like
yeah.
the film or TV industry. That things were covered by R.L. Stein. There's so many more stories that can be told. I think through a series. So I think that's a good idea.
Now listen here. 3 of us have to be in it. We don't
We
have
have
to.
to.
I
All
don't-
actors. Let's
I
say.
don't need to be in every season. I
do.
could die in the first
I do.
episode.
I have to.
I will be the Monster Blood. I'm cool with that.
I just want to.
Just see you land on the ground, just the monster blood.
Just have me behind the scenes
I've
at
played
night.
weirder. I will gladly be the Monster Blood.
If you want to have us as main characters for every season,
I mean, we're
that's
not gonna
up to
complain.
you.
We're not gonna complain.
I'm not,
Yeah.
but I just want to die at least in 2 seasons.
Right.
Just-
Honestly, I can be the janitor that's mopping the floor behind somebody, and I'll be good with that.
Is that just give me what's that? I need a cut.
Yeah.
If I'm a janitor or whatever you want me to be, listen, I need at least a decent amount of money because that's a nice idea. Don't y'all think?
It should be Goosebumps for adults. Come on,
Yeah,
y'all.
it's
Exactly.
awesome adult.
Come on.
It's like
Little kids
it's
don't know
time.
about
Those of us who
Huh?
grew up watching
Kids.
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Deserve something
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know many kids who watch Goosebumps nowadays.
because there's nothing out there
I think
for
it's-
them.
Well, a lot of kids don't even watch TV nowadays, which is
No.
that's a whole nother topic we can get into when we not.
I was gonna
But
say, I think the OG Goosebumps series is on Netflix.
yeah, it is. It's been on Netflix for years. I've been watching it for
Yeah.
years. I go back and watch episodes every year.
Oh, me too.
I was looking for the one with the cat to see if I can face my fear. Like,
I used to like it used to be an episode.
Oh no.
It used to be an episode as well. But like it wasn't scary to me, but I was always fascinated with like time travel and things like that. The episode when the kid, I think it's called like Old, and like it was a clock. I think it was like the 3rd episode ever, and it was like the clock, and he was like turning.
Remember it, baby.
I think he was turning younger. Yeah. No, it was old. It wasn't called Old. He was turning younger like each day. And so like he would get younger and younger, and he would hurry up and like he had to hurry up and like try to fix the clock so he can get back to his normal age.
Right.
I remember that vaguely.
There was another one where it was like these two, like it was like siblings, and this girl, she just loved to like bombard like the ghost tour at this house. She would just keep joking about it, and then she ended up like staying in the house one night because she thought she found like one of the tour guides, and it turned out being one of the ghosts of the house. So like, you keep joking about us too much, so now we're gonna give you a taste of your own medicine.
Yeah.
There's like 3 different ghosts in the house. Like one boy fell because of his love for ice cream or something.
Just it was so ridiculous, but it was so
Yeah.
captivating at the same time.
You know.
It put you in situations like I would never be that stupid, you know?
And then
I hope
when
not.
you actually in that situation, I've had this happen.
You had what happened?
I had a legitimately moment. No, okay, so it's 2 instances.
You
One
had
instance-
2 ghosts. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. One instant, it's in the same place. I'm not gonna say where, because I don't want people pulling up. But
Please don't
it's
say
in
that.
this museum.
Oh.
I'll say this museum.
And do I know this place?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. You never been with me to this place.
Okay. It's one place that we go that we have to take Louisa.
Please do.
That we go very
Can we
often.
go to anybody business?
You want to go tonight? No.
I have to double check with my folks, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, but go ahead.
So this place is actually indoors. So it's a museum, and you know, I get a group of friends, pay, we go something for the night for 4 hours, 8 to 12. Okay, so one day, the first time I did it, I did some stupid shit. I heard a noise, and I looked. I went to go look for it.
Oh.
So I was like I heard a boom. I was like, dang, shit, I'm a ghost hunter. I gotta go see what this is. I went down, I didn't see shit. I was like, hello. In my head, I'm like, what if I turn around? Because at this point, I was by myself. My friends was downstairs. So what if I turn around and it's just somebody there? I know me. I'm like, oh shit, and I'm running. But then there's a second instance. I have to text Asia and see if she has this video where
See, his friend, by the way.
yeah,
I see it. You know who you are, though.
yeah. There's legitimately, it was twice that this happened. The first time was in Gettysburg.
Yeah.
So we were out there investigating the field.
Oh, Gettysburg. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we was investigating the Devil's Den because they
Oh,
saw.
yeah.
What happened was, this is the story behind that. The soldiers saw a 6-foot-long black snake. It's a black rat snake, and they deemed it the devil. Bitch, that's a black rat snake. I ain't scared of that shit. What I'm scared of is when I heard somebody running towards us in the woods, and I said, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm scared of that.
I'm usually very protective, but at that moment, I don't know what the fuck came over me. I looked at her, I said, come on, and I ran. And she was like, wait. I said, come on. I wasn't looking back. The second time, it was at the museum, and it was just us two. For some reason, I was more scared this time, because there was only 4 of us this time investigating. But the other 2 were downstairs. It was just me and Nasia upstairs. I knew that if something happened the first time I investigated, I had like 10 different people with me. I come run downstairs, like, guys, there's someone upstairs. I'm gonna run to Asia if it's just me.
Yeah.
No. So we heard a voice upstairs. I said, what the fuck? So we standing at the steps. Then this specific place, you could smell flowers of a lady who passed away. We started smelling flowers. And all we heard was boom up the steps.
Here we go.
Time to go.
Yep.
And I started speed walking out of this place. And
Here we go. Yeah.
I didn't
Like you said.
I didn't have a bad lapse in judgment that time. But the first time, I went to investigate.
You see,
And that was dumb as hell. I know.
I would never be in that situation because I'm not doing it. The only time I think I've ever experienced paranormal things, I'm not gonna say fully, is when I was with you. Like when I've been with you, we go to a place a lot in Maryland, the city, Old Ellicott City, and there are a lot.
The last time
And there's a vibe.
Yeah.
There's a big
Definitely.
vibe that I think everybody that we've taken there
Felt.
picked up on the same vibe. Like something ain't right.
The first day we were there, we parked outside of this museum. So through the window, you can visibly see the big green exit sign. Because it's the emergency exit sign. I looked up. You see a shadow walk past it, and I was like, that is at least 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah, you and somebody else. So I didn't see it, but you and somebody else.
Me and my cousin.
Yeah.
I was like, you seen that shit, right? She's like, mm-hmm. Then the recent time, remember? I said I thought I saw somebody walking into the doorway.
Yeah, you
but
did
it,
see that.
It was nobody
but
there.
I didn't see it. I never see stuff. And it was the time too where we recently went where we you remember we were trying to like get on the roof and like this is very rare. We were trying to get like on the roof of one of these tall buildings, and we were looking for a way to get there. And like bro, this is like somebody is watching us. Mm-hmm. And me and our friend Courtney were like, they are? And we turned around and like they were gone, bro. It's like somebody was like, I saw them and he could feel them watching us. And I was like, I didn't pick up on anything. I will get murdered immediately.
Remember, I thought that lady sitting on the rock was a witch because she was just doing this. I said, what the fuck is she doing?
I mean, she could have been doing something.
She could have been.
Alright, but we getting off topic though.
One more thing.
Go ahead, one more thing.
Remember that girl ran into the dumpster?
Oh yeah, that wasn't paranormal. This girl, the last time we went to Old Ellicott City, there was a group of friends who were like riding bikes, like rental bikes. And I don't think she knew how to ride the bike. And it was a downhill. And like it was a corner and we were walking this way and she kind of went this way going down here the corner and all we heard was boom.
Oh my
And we were like, what? Was that the dumpster? We're like, did she just hit the dumpster? We go over there, she in the ground like, ouch. And then you got her friends in the bike like, are you okay?
Oh,
And we had to turn around because we were like, we just...
I was trying to say
I'm goofy, so I'm gonna laugh at everything. I'm sorry, it's nothing personal, but I'm gonna laugh. Like I would laugh at myself if I fall.
Yeah.
Like,
What made it worse is that her friend sped past us, in front of us, basically. I'm like, oh, there's somebody on the bike. I see them coming down the hill. I'm like, oh, okay, there's 2 more. Boom!
it was like a loud.
It was loud.
It was
You would have
loud.
thought like a dump truck was dumping something.
It was loud.
That's
I said,
funny.
But
that shit was funny.
Yeah.
We way off topic though. But do y'all have anything else to say?
I think we've all experienced the paranormal.
We have. Have you ever experienced?
Oh yeah.
You got to tell us. Come on, you got to tell us at least one story.
So I think I've told you them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So in high school, I was very dumb, and this.
I think
That's the way to put it. In high school, I was very dumb.
I mean, I still kind of dumb.
Well, you know what? After college, I'm still dumb. So I mean,
I'm trying to get a degree, but here we are. But so my friends and I were like, so as I think all of us can agree, every theater had performance theater has like a rumor of like a ghost in it. Like I think we can all agree on that. My high school definitely had a ghost. It was nobody dangerous. It was somebody who passed away who was part of the drama club years ago. But we were like, well, let's see if we can get in contact with him. And so we handmade an Ouija board because we were too broke to go.
So y'all were just asking for it.
We were.
I can't even like.
We fully were. And my friend, her family has always been known to just have spirits attaching to them. Mm-hmm. And so we were just trying to get in touch with our theater's friendly ghost. All right, we were just trying. And so I'm trying to think of the best way to summarize this. So while we were trying to contact him, different spirits kept coming through. And she was like, oh, fuck. And I was like, what happened? And she's like, I know what this is. This is something with my family. I was like, oh, great. Fast forward to the end of that rehearsal. Everybody was on stage, including Tack. We were getting notes and everything. Oh, God. All of a sudden, the lights go out. And music just blares in the auditorium.
I'm leaving.
And I just remember our director yelling, can I get lights, please? And as soon as she yelled that, the lights went back on and the music stopped. Our tech director and a couple head techies went back to the sound booth that was locked to go see if anybody was in there. No one was there. And also, 2 years prior, before any of this happened, we've always known that our theater was every theater's kind of haunted. Mm-hmm. We were getting ready for our rehearsal, Wizard of Oz. This was our first rehearsal. Thank you. Speaking of a dog, we were having our first rehearsal with our dog, who was playing Toto. Once again, it was at the beginning of the rehearsal day. Everybody was on stage to get the rundown of how the day was going to go. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, our theater ghost was the last role he played in our drama club was Willy Wonka, and in his scene, he was known to have snow falling on him. Mm-hmm. So we knew he was there when we saw snow falling from the wings. Oh. That's how we knew he was there. All of a sudden, in the middle of just how the day was going to go, whatever. All of a sudden, this dog looks up, starts barking, and we see the snow falling.
Dang.
And we're like, But anyways, back to the story that happened my junior year when we played the Ouija board, very stupidly. I went home after rehearsal, and the first thing I noticed, my dog was very hesitant to go up to my room with me. And I was like, that's weird. Okay. I go up. I go to turn on my lights. They both immediately just flash off. And I just remember just feeling this very uneasy mm-hmm. and very just I wouldn't say I it was super cold, but I was cold. And I just went, Dad! And then he came upstairs and he was like, what's going on? I was like, my lights just went out. And he saw that my lights were just on. Then all he did was just off, on, and the lights were back on. And he was like,
oh, so that ghost was trying to play games.
That ghost was trying to play. So then that following Sunday.
Oh, it's more to the story? Oh my God.
Sunday, this is me summarizing the story. This is me summarizing. There's so much more. Oh my God. There's so much more. That following Sunday, I went to my youth pastor. This was back when I still consider myself Christian. And I went to my youth pastor who heavily believed in the paranormal. He was like, yeah, that we don't play with that shit, that's real. I told him about it, and he was like, okay, I'm going to say a prayer over you, because that wasn't cool. So then he did a whole prayer on me and everything, and then that was it. That was the end of it. I was like, all right, that's part of the whole reason why I got into some witchy stuff, because a lot of the spells you can do protect you from that. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I'm just going to reach out to who I want to. I'm not going to do that again. So if I went to a haunted place, you best believe I'm gonna be getting sage out and cleansing the shit out of myself. I will start bringing
I hope them ghosts not. I'm hoping ghosts not with you right now. I was just about to ask you that. I see you referencing your necklace a lot. Is that a protection of some sort?
Kind of. So this is more in reference to one of the deities I work with, and so Bloodstone Morgan is one of the deities I work with. She's Irish. She is known as the Celtic goddess of war. Mm-hmm. So she's very badass. Don't fuck with her. If you do, good luck. And so this is just kind of, she's like my main deity that I work with. Like she's the alpha of all the different things I work with. So this is kind of like my reminder of like she is with me, she's protecting me. And so that's just kind of, it also became an anxious habit where I'll just randomly just do this. So that's just part of, and even on here I have like a thing sewed in of like a protection thing. So like I don't play with that shit anymore. I learned.
You learned from your experience. I'm glad you learned, because there's some people out here who still don't learn.
Listen, horror movies exist for a reason.
Yes, bro, just raised his hand because I don't think he still learned.
I like, even though like, you know, I'm not gonna go blatantly, you know, going out there like, fuck you, Speed. No, I'm not gonna do all that. I'm not gonna try some of the demon. Like, I just want to know
Exactly.
what's out there. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, all I'm gonna say is, in every horror movie, the black people are first to go, as well as the queer people.
That's true. That is true.
So we all fucked. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next topic. In today's horror news aspect of things, I guess. So have any of you seen the show American Horror Story?
Here and there.
Here and there, yes. Okay, so
I think I stopped at 1984.
yeah, that was the last one.
season.
Yeah, that was the last one. So I actually stopped at Cult because it was getting a little too much. No, I stopped after Apocalypse, and I never was Cult after Apocalypse. I'm trying to think.
So
I can't remember if it was after.
Apocalypse.
Let me look it up real quick.
Apocalypse was season 9. I think no, season 8. My bad. Season 7 was Season 7 was Cult.
Yeah, I think Cult might have been. Okay. So Cult was before Apocalypse. So I didn't watch Cult at all, but I tuned into Apocalypse. And that was okay. You said Cult was good.
I said it was different. Like,
Yeah, I didn't. It hit too like
close
at
to
home. Yeah, and I was just like, I'm not.
especially at the time it came out.
Yeah, it was like everything was
yeah.
like
Yeah, I dipped when the clowns one came out.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm terrified of clowns.
But recently, American Horror Story dropped the trailer for their 10th season double feature, and it's been getting a lot of buzz online. People are really excited for it. I guess we can pull up the trailer for y'all to see what y'all think about it. I seen the trailer. I'm pretty excited as well. It looks pretty interesting, but we'll just get into the trailer. We'll watch it, and then we'll come off camera. We'll watch it off camera, then we'll come back on camera after we've all seen the trailer. All right, everybody, we're back. We just got done watching the trailer. I seen it previously before this, but what did you both think of it? Your reactions were quite different than mine. Let's just say, like, what did you think? I'll start with Broadus. What did you think?
So the thing about American Horror Story trailers, they're usually vague. The fact that this one says double feature is obviously because it's 2 parts to this season. That was just a trailer for the first part.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect, because it's like the trailer was all over the place, which generally is how American Horror Story is. But I trust them to deliver on, many good seasons. Not every season was the best, but decent. From what I've seen of that trailer, I think that if not the double feature being, it being 2 parts, the double feature could definitely be the 2 storylines.
Yeah.
Because I was picking up multiple storylines. So I think there's going to be 2 main storylines that will overlap at some point. They're giving this the Game of Thrones treatment, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, what did you think of it, Louisa, before I go into detail of things? I'm sorry.
I was confused on what was going on. I genuinely was like, what is happening? No, I trust them. I agree. I trust them to deliver whatever it is. I'm sure once we start. No, listen. Even if the plot is clear as day, I will still get confused. I am not. But no. I mean, I think I'm excited. I see it being very good. I'm excited.
Okay, so I'm looking online right now. We see in the trailer that a lot of our favorites are back on double feature. Sarah Paulson, who is just incredible. Evan Peters, who's also just brings it every single season. We got Lily Rabe. Oh my God, I cannot express my love for this actress. Fit Whitrock, Leslie Grossman, Billy Lord, Angela Ross, Adina Porter, Macaulay Culkin, I said his name wrong. Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone. This is his first season. I'm excited to see him get back into the acting gig because I've always thought he was an incredible actor, especially a child actor. And so many more of our favorites and newcomers into this season. I do agree with you. I think it's going to be 2 parts. Well, of course, it's going to be 2 parts because it's double feature. The trailer, I don't know. For me, it consists of a lot of things, like maybe signs of what's going to happen. We saw like a lot of blood throughout the trailer. Maybe somehow inferring that blood is going to be a big theme, and maybe like vampires. Maybe I don't know vampires. Yeah, we kind of had that in Hotel, but we did have that in Hotel when Lady Gaga was in that.
Queen.
Yes, Queen. But I was getting like maybe vampire-ish, but then I also was getting like very it was reminding me a lot of Stephen King's The Shining.
Yeah.
Of the husband wanting the success, and then wanting the success being a writer, and then starting to pick up and get success. And like they said, once you get success, you want it. I think they said something like that in the trailer. Once you get a taste of success, you're gonna keep wanting it. And so like the husband is kind of going crazy slowly throughout the series. But I'm not sure. I do agree with you on the aspect that the trailers can be very confusing at times because it's so much we are shown. In American Horror Story, you never know like what's true until you actually see it. So it's going to be really interesting to see this upcoming season. And on their 10th season, it's amazing that they've gotten this far, and they have paved the way for so many incredible actors. I just wish Jessica Lange would come back, and I know she ain't gonna come back, but I just want Jessica Lange to come back. Her and Angela Bassett, please.
Especially Angela Bassett.
Angela came back for like I think she was on
Roanoke.
Yeah, she was on Roanoke. She also was on Apocalypse for like a short little bit.
She was in Apocalypse.
Yeah, like towards the end.
Yeah.
But so many incredible actors. And that's really all for today's news, horror news. So now I'm gonna ask you all, what are you most excited for in terms of not only just the horror genre, what's something that's coming up in the past few weeks that you're excited for in your life? I guess we can start off with the most excited for horror genre. I'll start, and then we can go to some exciting things coming up in your life that maybe we can share with the people so they can get to know about us a little more. The horror genre, I'm really I'm nervous but excited for Halloween. I don't want it to be bad, but it's just.
It's when you have a classic like that.
Yeah, like you can't. It's just. I don't know. I don't want it to be bad. I want it to be good. But again, I wasn't really that enthusiastic about the trailer. So that's something that's coming up really soon, in about 2 months. Yeah, coming out. Yeah, about really a month now, a month and some days, because it's at the end of August. Which is crazy, by the way. That's the end of August, almost the end of the year. But is there anything in the horror world? I know you said you don't really keep up with horror as you used to, but is there anything that you are excited for?
I actually because a couple days ago I was like trying to keep up because I'm terrible keeping up with like any of this stuff in general. I haven't heard it. But like this one I think is tied with Marvel too. Oh gosh, I literally just pulled it up because I forgot the name of it. But Morbius. That one's coming up in 2022.
I've never heard of that.
And my boy Matt Smith is in it.
Yeah.
I love him. I'm excited.
I've never heard of
Morbius. Morbius is he was a Spider-Man villain, but so he's a vampire.
Basically, yeah.
But the way that Sony's doing it is he's part of the Venom verse. They're doing a different spin on these villains. Venom recently has been more so of an anti-hero. Like even in the comic.
Aren't they doing another Venom one soon? Yeah.
I'm gonna go see that shit.
Yeah. But what about you, Broadus? What's something that you looking forward to in the horror world?
Well, so this movie is called Antlers. It's about a Wendigo. It's a little kid, and his father is a Wendigo, I believe, or turns into a Wendigo.
Wendigo, Fallen Dawn? Is that what Wendigo's from? Is it a movie based on that?
No. Wait, is it based on Until Dawn?
Yeah.
No.
Oh no, did Until Dawn did they not come up with Wendigo?
Oh, okay. No. Wendigo is a Native American. That'll be an episode for the pit. Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm sorry if I'm not trying to fan
No, it's a Native American legend, more so. Yeah. But basically, this was supposed to come out last year, around March. And I was excited for it because we saw that bullshit movie, The Turning, which I'm sure we'll probably talk about at some point. And I saw the trailer for it. I said, yo, they're finally doing a Wendigo movie. I gotta see this. And then COVID happened. And
Thanks,
I don't even know when the release date is. So I'm still excited for it because I want to see it. That and Venom, Let There Be Carnage, because I feel as if that is, to see a symbiote in general, like eating people, still like uncomfortable to me. So.
Yeah.
Yes, and we'll start off what we're most excited for in terms of our life. I will be on vacation next week this time. I'm excited for that. I was looking forward to it all year. Broadus can tell you. Also, I'm excited for this channel. I'm excited for everybody to see the work that we're putting into it. I'm just excited for what this channel will be. But what about you, Louisa? What are you excited for?
I think by this point it's just kind of just getting ready for whatever my next chapter in life is. And so, by this point, it's not only finishing senior year, but, doing things like writing my senior project and doing the shows for this upcoming year and finishing that. So it's like, it's going to be a very bittersweet ending to this chapter, but like, I know that when I know what we're, at least as of right now, this is the plan. That can completely change.
Yeah.
But as of right now, the plan is to come back at least for a year, just to kind of build my resume, see where I could end up going. But I think it's just getting ready for that next chapter, just seeing what happens, what the universe will throw at me.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. I was telling you this earlier. I commend anyone who's still going through school, through all of this, how the world is now. And you've been in school for a long time, because you went straight out of high school. So you had school nonstop for some years. So I think it's wise that you take a little break to kind of calm down. And then
I need a break.
You got it though. Your last year, we rooting for you over here. But what are you excited for, Broadus, in your life coming up?
Oh shit. I'm alive. So no.
Well, same.
Well, as far as this channel goes, there's always streaming. I hit affiliate a couple weeks ago. That's like that's something big. I just like streaming and getting content out there to the people. And then Spider-Man, No Way Home. Whenever they decide to drop that trailer. Whenever that happens, I'm excited for that. And it's quite a few things. Getting back to school.
Yeah, because you both start school soon.
Yeah, very soon. It's scary how soon it is, actually. Everything that we built here. Yes, I'm excited for it. I like to see where it goes. And it's not like it's not like this is just something like, man, fuck it, let's just do it. This is something we thought about for months. And that was finally coming together. That is exciting to me because we poured so much into it. And whenever we need to go and do something, we both don't have a problem doing it. It's like, so that, what else?
Nothing else right now.
It's a lot. It's too much. So
well, that's good. That's absolutely good. But all right, guys, this is going to be the end of this episode. The first episode of Bloody Red Table Talk. We thank our special guest Louisa for being here. Everybody, give her a hand for Louisa.
I get to see people again.
It was so great having you here. I guess we all can tell everyone where to find us in terms of social media and things like that. So people, if they want to keep up with us, they can keep up with us. Burners.
All right, so my Instagram is official broadest. I'm assuming we'll put it.
Yeah.
My Instagram is at official broadest. My Twitch is undaunted_gaming, and my YouTube channel. We're not gonna talk about that. The YouTube channel is just under construction, so don't even look for it.
And this channel right here is also YouTube.
This is the mystery brother.
So if y'all watching this, then yeah.
Okay, I had to actually look up on my Instagram because I forgot. Mine is just Louisa_Davis_21_. I change it every year to my age. I don't know why I do. And I don't post on it that much anymore, but within this next year, I might some more. My YouTube channel is just Louisa Davis. That's kind of where I mainly post for this. If you're on TikTok, I'm on there too.
Yeah.
I don't do much on there, but I'm there.
I love your TikToks. I don't think I told you. I love your TikToks.
I don't know what they are, but you know, they're random shit.
You can follow me BAT Reacts, this channel. I'm not really on social media that much. I just got back on social media after a few months, so I'm adjusting to that. So I'm gonna hold off on giving that out yet. But yeah, this was an exciting episode. Make sure y'all go check out everybody and their things and their information and everything. Be on the lookout for Louisa, because Louisa will soon be a theater legend in the making right here. This is a theater legend. Yes, you got a prize on your hand.
I don't know how to respond to compliments.
But shout out to everybody for watching this. Thank you so much for sticking around with us and hearing us talk about these silly things. It's great to do these things because it allows us to just get our mind off of things, just like childhood in a way, just let things go sometimes. Yeah, be ourselves and have fun conversation about things we don't normally have on a daily basis. Because I'm not going up to nobody and be like, hey, what's your favorite series? What's your favorite
people? Have you ever had a paranormal experience?
Let's compare our stories. But again, we'll definitely make sure we have Louise on another episode when she has the time. Again, she's a senior, so you're going to have a lot on your plate this year. But we wish you all the luck here on this channel. You got it. We'll definitely have you on for sure once you graduate and you back and everything.
They've joked they're going to come to my graduation.
Yeah, we're going to come to Louisa's graduation and be like, all right, you ready? We're going to do the episode here.
And they're just going to kidnap me back here.
Dress up as the Men in Black, have shades.
We're going to go all in Alabama just to get Louisa.
And my professors will be like, you know what? We trained her for this moment.
You're ready. But anyways, this is all for this episode of Bloody Red Table Talk. Again, thank you all for being standing by, and we are out. Peace.
Be safe, folks.